Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to another news video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe because we are 11 subscribers away from 700, which for me was my goal before the season started. So we're almost up to there and we've got like 3 months till the season starts still. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoy, and let's get into the news we have to talk about early on today. Well, for me, late at night if you guys can see out my window. But yeah, early in the morning, we got some news about Manor Solomon first. Major Manor Solomon to Leeds United twist as Tottenham make their final decision on him. Leeds United are not guaranteed to sign Tottenham Hotspur winger Manor Solomon this summer, despite his 23 goal involvements last term. Which, you know, if we were going to sign someone for me, Manor Solomon would be perfect as the winger because we know what he's like, we know what he's already done at Leeds United, and it's that player that you already know he can do it at the club. Because there is that thing about expectations, Ellen Road, and some players can't adapt to how hard it is to play at Ellen Road in front of those fans. But Solomon's proved he can do it. Yes, in the Championship and not the Premier League, but that's still, in my opinion, a massive thing if a player can do it at Ellen Road for our club. Manor Solomon set for another chance at Tottenham after impressive Leeds line. Solomon has a magnificent season, especially towards the run-in. However, there are no guarantees that Leeds United will be able to sign Solomon, which we already know about. We already know it's not a guarantee on a permanent basis this summer. The Spurs winger will have interest away from just Leeds, of course, and could move elsewhere in the market. However, both the 25-year-old and Spurs will want a resolution to his Spurs future found quickly. In fact, Solomon has been released from the Israeli squad early, the national team, and there has been a further update on his immediate future via Tom Barclay of The Sun. So it says here, it's been reported that Leeds are keen to sign him permanently, which we already know about, while there are believed to be other Premier League suitors interested in the winger services. However, Barclay has reported that Solomon is set to be given a second chance at Spurs. He believed that they are minded to bring him back into the first team fold during pre-season and give him a chance during pre-season. That is that is with the ambition of retaining him and utilising him next season. Given the fact that they are in the Champions League, of course, as well, there is added pressure to have a larger squad with more game time, so they need it. Manor Solomon price tag could be pricing out teams, which is why Spurs will be able to keep him because teams wouldn't want to spend the money that it would take to get Solomon out of there. It's possible that Solomon is now over the worst of his injuries concerns and ready to play regular minutes again for Spurs. But many will be disappointed connected with Leeds, which we are. Spurs fans have urged Daniel Levy to keep Solomon, apparently. Haven't really heard much of that. After his stunning exploits with Leeds United during the 24-25 campaign as well, and it looks like they'll get their way, with him playing 41 games for us, starting 31 of those, 2,705 minutes, 10 goals and 13 assists at Leeds United. It has been reported previously that Levy wants a fee of between 15 to 20 million for Manor Solomon to sign permanent somewhere else. That may be why he is remaining with Spurs, given many interest parties may be unwilling to pay that sort of money for him. As he's only played over a year with us, and the whole thing of, is his injuries really over, or did he have one season where he just didn't get injured? Because I do look at that and I wonder, is that another thing that we're thinking about? But 15 to 20 million, I mean, I already said personally, if it's between 15 to 20 million, that's perfect, get him. So, I mean, I think we're still trying to get him, so it looks like we are still trying to be able to get Manor Solomon, but it kind of looks a bit unlikely that we will be able to get him on a permanent, which is sad, but we'll have to move on and try and get another winger. Like, Solomon would be probably my preferred choice of players that I know will perform, in my opinion, at the club. But it's one of those, and he won't have to have like a betting in period of learning the system and all that, because he's already played for us last season. So it's not like he has to come in, learn the system, learn this, learn that. He comes in, he knows how we play already, bang, straight away, and he'll be able to start straight away knowing how we play. So that's a major boost as well, bringing someone like that. But it looks like it's not going to happen. Leave in the comments down below what you guys think. And we've got one more thing we actually have to talk about, and that's that Leeds United want Millwall defender Tanganga. Leeds United have been reportedly interested in Tanganga. Proven in the Premier League with Tottenham. If you know, Premier League experience, that's another thing. Tanganga was one of the best centre-backs in the Championship level with Millwall last season. Leeds fans will remember he scored in a 1-0 loss at the Den. Now, Gimme Sport says Leeds are battling their two promotion rivals, Burnley and Sunderland, to sign the Millwall defender. So it looks like it's between all the promoted clubs to sign him at the moment. Interest is apparently, I think it's supposed to say apparently, in Tanganga largely because of a release clause worth less than 2 million. So less than 2 million release clause. Even if he comes in, right, and not is not our starter, like a 2 million, if we can get him for 2 million, that's another, that's another option. Depending on what we're going to do with Pascal Struijk as well, that's another thing. Is I've seen people, like, I think we probably might sell him at the moment. Like, I don't know. I feel like we might sell him. And if we do sell him and we want to bring in 2 defenders, you bring in Tanganga to be, competition, and then you bring in another defender for more money. I could see us doing that, signing 2 if Struijk ends up leaving. The Whites need a centre back given Max Vober is set to leave. Yeah, Max Vober is going to leave as well. Pascal Struijk has been injury prone for a long time, which is true. He's never fit for a full season, and that's a worry as well. And having Tanganga in that team, just even on the bench, is an option, and competition for the starting places at centre back is a massive thing that we do need. And with Vober leaving, he might just be basically the Vober replacement. He may be the man. A player Jose Mourinho once said is really good in the air. That he's a really good in the air. Which other centre backs elite? And then this is just basically continuing the article about other centre backs we are interested in. But he wouldn't be a bad option, as I said, to be competition. Not like it's a player that's that cheap, like 2 million. That he's not going to be like, oh, we have to start him because we spent this much money on him. But he'll be an option in there. If you look at his heat map, he's played mostly on the right side, so he would be probably competition for Rodon. So he'll be Rodon's competition, which for me I think is good. I think we need competition for Rodon on that right side. And as I said, probably just the Vober replacement. And then you bring in another centre back for probably more money than a better centre back that'll be starting on the left side for Leeds United next season. And then if Struijk stays, you have Struijk on the bench, or Struijk with competition with that new signing, and then you'll have 4 centre backs who are all, good quality centre backs in my opinion. That could do a job. You have competition in positions. That's what you need in the Premier League. You need competition, and having those 4 centre backs, as I said, a new signing. If it's Tanganga as well, so you got Rodon, Tanganga. Then you got on the other side, you got Struijk and a new big defender signing, centre back signing. You have that competition in there. Tanganga this season played 43 games with 3,823 minutes played, so he's been getting a lot of minutes this season. This is the first time in his it says it's here. This is the first time he's had over 20 games played in a season though. He scored 2 goals this season as well, of course, scoring against us, and I can't remember which the other goal came against. But the season before that, he played 18 games for 1,547 minutes. But then before then, he was at Spurs in the Premier League. Again, Premier League experience. He played 7 games in the 22-23. He played 19 in the 21-22 with 1,384 minutes played. He played 13 games in the 2021 season, and he played 11 games in the 19-20 season. So he has had Premier League experience. Again, not a lot of experiences in like a lot of game time, but he has played a lot of minutes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I know what you guys think. Would he be a good signing? Would you take him? As I said, he wouldn't be the big defender signing. He wouldn't be the big centre back signing, but he would be, cheap 2 million if we can get him, or under 2 million actually with his release clause. You get him for around the 2 million mark. You get him for that, and then you bring him in as an option and competition for the starting centre back position, which we do need competition for. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.